Many years ago in Maine, Paul Bunyan was brought to his parents. He was such a big boy, he had to be delivered by 5 storks. As Paul grew up, he grew and grew and grew. He was such a large baby that even by rolling over in his crib, he could create earthquakes. By government order, his parents raised him in the woods so he wouldn't endanger the people of the town. One night, after a strange blue snow had been falling, Paul found a baby ox. After warming the ox by the fire, Paul decided to name the ox Babe, and the two were inseparable. As Paul and Babe got older, they both grew and grew and grew. Paul would drink 25 glasses of milk as well as 50 eggs and 100 sausages just for breakfast. Babe, on the other hand, could carry entire houses on his back. Babe was so strong that he could move mountains, literally move mountains. As Paul grew up, his father taught him the ways of the logging industry. Paul became quite equipped with an axe and could take down entire forests with one fell swoop. He was strong, fast, and well-skilled. Paul soon outgrew his little home with his parents, and it was time for him and Babe to start anew.
During this time, America was changing. It was expanding fast, but too fast. The American people were running out of good farming land and didn't have enough open land to develop.
Along their journey west, they came upon dry land. Not a single drop of water in sight. Paul knew that this would be an issue because he and Babe needed drinking water for their journey. So Paul decided to scoop some of the land up to create a kind of trough. Then when it rained, the water could fill up the basin. It was as big as a lake. But Paul didn't think it was fair to only create one of these drinking lakes, so he made 4 more. He thought to himself, "What great lakes I have created for all people." Throughout Paul and Babe's adventures, they faced terrible obstacles. One night it started to rain. Then as if someone flipped a switch, it started to pour. Water started to overflow the land and was beginning to flood. Paul and Babe knew they had to do something quick. So with Babe's help, Paul began to dig in the ground in hopes of draining some of the water away. He dug and dug and dug. He dug so much that all of the water began to wash away. Their canyon worked. It was such a grand sight. Word spread of Paul's superhuman abilities. So the American people reached out and asked Paul if he could help create more farmlands and areas for settlements to develop. Without hesitation, Paul immediately rushed to their aid and chopped down as many trees as he could. He thought, what better way to live than to use what you've been given to help those in need?